Hello?
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yep, it's
That's
going well.
good. Let me turn on my screen share and we hop right into it. Um, okay, tell me what I'm looking at here. What am I looking at here?
Um, Usually it's just ADC stuff. I mainly majorly play ADC, except like something when I get filled or this bit. I got dropped the diamond for, so I was just a little bit tilted, so I just kind of want to refresh with other champions, but just like 99% ADC. Yeah.
And what do you think? What's on your mind today? League of Legends.
So what's on my mind today? Hmm. I mean, it's just after I played a few games today, and I realized that I've lost a lot of habits that I used to own, which is some of the lesser habits, if you get what I'm saying. Like, so I had to stop playing for a week and a half or so.
Uh-huh.
So some of the not as ingrained habits kind of just lost. If you see the games that I played recently, they have a lot of death, which doesn't really go with what it was before. I usually keep my death below like 3 or 4
Right. I was gonna
before, but
say.
then and then if you see recently, oh my god, 10 death. That literally like if I that won't even happen if we play 100 games. I won't even get a single game of 10 death before, and I just came back. I realized, okay, this is not good. This is not good.
Yeah, how can we kind of see what's going on here? I guess right. I did notice there were a lot of deaths somehow. So
Yeah, these games, it was. Well, I mean, one of the games that I uploaded, it was basically just ARAM, I mean, I would like to make some excuses for being then so close to Diamond Four, but there's just no excuse because I played like a Diamond Four.
hmm.
So like, I can literally feel I'm literally just like ARAMing with my team. But even though it's just kind of like, okay, I know that Rise is supposed to split bot lane, so I tell them to split bot lane, and then the next thing they do is ARAM, and then it worked out. I'm like, okay.
Okay. I'm sure we'll definitely see some of that in the mid game. Yeah. What do you think about laning? How's your laning?
Laning, I think laning is fine. I think like I'm doing decently in laning. So for this lane, it's Saber Nami. I'm just trying to keep the lane in the middle because
Hmm.
there's absolutely no way I'm pushing them in, but I also don't want them to push me in. So
Hmm.
I'm just trying my best to auto on cooldown and uh not getting poked out, and I think
Right.
I did a decent job of that.
Yeah, sounds reasonable to me. It looks good with what you want, what's actually happening. It looks good to me, right? And maybe you can have some ideas of Nami's low enough. We can go for a Tarek stun flash or some crazy shit, right? So, um, then you want to kind of breeze past the laning phase if you think it's okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
pretty much
let's
that's
let's
pretty much it.
fast forward a little bit.
I don't see how I can kill Saber in lane.
You think it's totally fine? Then we don't have to do anything crazy. Oh, this is interesting for sure. Oh my! You want to talk about this part?
Sure.
This is
Uh,
definitely interesting.
was this Bush jungle game?
Which
Oh,
jungle?
okay.
Yeah, what
So
do you
so
think?
I knew he was coming here. So
Hmm.
I saved all my abilities, so we would dump all the abilities on him
Right?
once he comes
So,
out of stealth. But
what
then
kind
uh, but
of?
then. Mhm.
Oh yeah. What were we saying?
I was saying that I was keeping in mind that Twitch was gonna be here, and I saved all my abilities and didn't try to not trade away health during that time, but
Hmm.
it didn't really play out as I wanted to because it got caught in the Nami bubble. I
Right,
thought I
right, right,
thought
right.
I thought, okay, if he ever comes out of here, we just kill him because he's so squishy. I just Tarek stuns him. I do QW and then he's dead. But
Right.
um
So I guess the main thing you could have done better was what?
was not get caught in the Nami bubble.
Right. Do you think that's like a main problem? Do you think that's like a thing you want to work on?
Sure, we can take a look at that again. Wait, give me 1 second. I have kind of a weird setup here because I can't really see the screen share that clearly on an iPad, but my computer doesn't have a mic, so I need a.
Oh wait, you're on an iPad?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
So I need to invite a computer account. I have 2 accounts, just for the sole purpose of screen sharing. All right, hold on a second. Okay, I need you to accept the friend request so I can invite the other account over to the call.
Oh, on okay.
On Discord, yeah.
Here we go. Does that work? Should have worked.
Yep, good. Okay. Can you share the screen? So.
Oh, what the heck? It turned. Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
Okay, now we're.
The wrong screen. 1 second.
All right, now we're good.
Okay, here we go. Can you see? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I also think there's some kind of echo on your end. I can like hear myself. I don't know if you can fix that, but
Is this good?
let's see. Oh, perfect. Okay. So let's take a look at this because I think it's pretty interesting. Now, so let's say you got hit by this bubble, right?
Yeah.
How come you didn't die? What do you think?
They didn't have enough damage.
Oh, okay. I want you to watch this again. What do you think now? You see it? Okay, watch Saber.
She was autoing the Nami.
Okay, so or the Tarek, right? So
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
Tarek.
So is there a problem? What do you think?
Yeah, because I should have died here.
Yeah, we should have died here for sure, right? And
Yeah.
even if we didn't die, we're getting dove here for sure, right? So what's the problem? The main problem you said was you got hit by the bubble, right? So let's say what kind of habit can you kind of come up with to help you not get hit by bubble, or in fact, it doesn't have to be bubble, right? It could be something completely different in the other games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the main idea here? What's the main habit to help us to prevent something like this? Because this is really common. Anytime a gank happens and you're trying to escape from the gank, there are certain key things you have to watch out for, right?
Yeah.
So what's the idea?
So to watch for key abilities to CC and try to come up with a dodge. Kind of just think of an ability that can dodge it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just very much like you said, key ability. You have to dodge it somehow. Go do that thing. Like, let's say this is a hacker room. Well, you're probably screwed because you have to figure out how to dodge his ulti and his E, right? Or let's say, this is Twitch. He has no CC, but this is Blitzcrank. What do you have to dodge?
Q.
Yeah, his hook, right? Or even flash hook, right? Have you seen that before? That's pretty insane. Or Thresh is the really obnoxious one. He's gonna flash flay, right? So why didn't you? Because you obviously know that she's gonna bubble, right? So how come you didn't dodge it? What do you think?
Because I was too tunnel line killing this Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not that your plan is not wrong. It's like, yes, we should dump everything into his face, right? So how do we do both things? What do you think? How do we both dump everything into his face and make sure we're watching out for the bubble?
Just to watch both of them at the same time.
That's kind of hard, honestly, right? I don't know if can you like just say I'm gonna watch both at the same time and then do it next game?
Well, we can just while we're using abilities on Twitch, we're also looking at Nami at the same time.
Yeah. So what are you prioritizing here?
Look at prioritizing the Nami.
How come?
Because you want to dodge that ability, but Twitch is kind of easy because I just have to press Q and then press up.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really it. Is prioritizing. What is the most important thing here is not get hit by this because as you don't even have to kill this guy. If you get away, you guys are kind of happy, right? Because now Hikram's about to gank mid, no problems. But if we get hit, it's pretty doomed, right? So if there's anything we see so far in laning, it's you have a really good idea of let's turn on the enemy jungler, right? But you also don't want to miss the important bit, which is don't get hit by the CC. Otherwise, you can't even turn on the enemy jungler, right, without dying. So, and then all this is happening now. Now the game is getting kind of weird, right? So that was interesting. I hope Hekram enjoyed getting that kill, but I don't know if that was worth. Probably okay to be honest. But let's keep going. Do you have any questions so far, or?
Think it's pretty good. Yeah.
You usually what do you think about like prioritizing the whole Nami idea? Like, well, how do we make that a habit? What do you think?
Next time if I ever try to I'm gonna try to fight at all, just think about what the abilities are and prioritize dodging first, then killing.
Yeah, exactly. Literally make that number one, because when you do damage, it should be pretty brainless now, right? So you shouldn't have to think too hard about isolated Q and W them when they're stunned or something, right? Wow, this is a fucking disaster, huh? Okay.
I think I have a question here. I think I should have just can you go back a little bit? I think I should have just went to clear the wave, to shove the wave in instead of trying to help at all, because they
were. Oh, why do you say that?
Like
here, you're saying I should just push. You should just push.
I think I wanted to save the fight, but it looks like it's pretty doomed already.
But how do you know it's doomed?
We're in a way worse spot. We're all split, and they're together. It looks like
how come you guys can't just go like this?
Wait, what even happened here? Let me see.
So it's not like it's like this is kind of what a lot of people refer to as like, based on the result, you should have done this, right? You're like, okay, this fight went poorly, so I should have pushed instead, essentially, right? But it's like you would have to know that this fight is guaranteed to go poorly, and that's when you should push. But in this case, is this really guaranteed to go poorly?
It looks like Hekram doesn't have ult. Lulu doesn't have ult. It looks like it's pretty guaranteed to go poorly.
Well, at a glance, right? How many? What about numbers?
4 versus 4.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily Omega doomed, right? So you're right there. Your teammates are missing ultis, but what about you? Can't you do something here? You and Tarek, can't you guys do something here?
Let's just walk up. Right now, not right now. We just walk up to them. So, wait. Yeah, and here, actually, at that frame, it's not yet doomed, but this is pretty. This looks
yeah, when Hekram starts running the other way and Lulu starts running the other way, now it's like bad, right?
Yeah, so I shouldn't have walked these few steps there. If I came bottom a little bit quicker, that would have been better, right?
Well, what would have changed if you came bot a little quicker?
If I would have pushed in the wave, because I didn't actually shove in the wave. I got it in front of the tower, so I had to actually shove one more wave until it's completely in.
Well, what's the difference then?
I didn't have to stay here. The wave would have pushed out a little bit sooner.
Didn't you just pushed it in already?
Well, they could have came to stop us, right? I don't know why they didn't. If they came back a little bit sooner, they could have stopped. They could have just stopped us.
How did they stop you guys?
Then if Saber and Nami came back a little bit sooner and let the Twitch show solo the dragon.
You guys can't fight this? You think they can? You think these guys win 2v2 all in?
I think, but then Twitch has them covered, right?
Right, true. So maybe Twitch is coming too, right? So then that's the idea is should you have pushed this in the first place, right? Like, oh, you know, you think it makes sense, but like, let's say you completely you ignored what happened. Let's say we like ignored what happened here. We just pushed, right? Aren't you possibly losing an opportunity to try and make something happen here?
Well, at this point, I just thought it was a 2v4, and I just wanted to back off. That's all I really wanted to do.
Right. No, I totally agree, right? But you were saying how like you should have done it a little bit faster so that you could push it in faster, right? But that's kind of like you know, how much of a difference is that going to make in the sense of, you know, how do you train yourself to, you know, immediately say, oh, it's doomed, I should go back and push faster, right? Like, is that going to change? Is that like a long-term change you want to make, like habitually? You know what I mean?
Maybe this time it didn't make a difference. Next time, maybe it would. Just if I left a little bit sooner with it from a Doom fight, I could have saved the minion wave or something.
Well, it doesn't. It
So
doesn't seem.
I think it does. It does make a small difference to me, probably. But
Okay, so then what's the factor? Here we go. This is good to talk about, right? So like, let's say you think it makes a important difference. So what will tell you that you need to go back and push so that you can get into tower?
what would tell me that I would need to go back and push? I mean,
Like, let's say for example, you have no wave and you go to help. Can't you stay longer, right? What if the wave is already fighting and then a fight starts? You know, what's the difference when the wave meets? Is there a difference? Because you said you wanted the goal is we need to push it in tower as fast as possible while all this is happening, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, I would like to fight because there's not really nothing to do bottom lane. The wave is in a neutral state, but there's just nothing for me to do. So I just wanted to push in the wave. It kind of as a wake up call to Saber. Just tell her, okay, come back bot lane. You need to catch this wave. That's all I really wanted to do because there's nothing else to do on the map.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
just went bot.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying this is wrong or anything. I'm just like, oh, so what do you want to change here? Is the question. Like, is there a problem? You said there was a problem, right?
Well, I was saying that I should have realized there was a Doom fight a little bit sooner, but it probably didn't. But I didn't make that much of a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think you made that much of a mistake either. I thought it was pretty reasonable to stay as long as you did, right? You were pretty fast, I think, right?
Yeah, because it felt pretty slow in game. I didn't really pay attention to clip playing right now. That's just something that I thought to myself in game. I was like, oh, this fight's already doomed. I should have just went back a little bit sooner.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine. So I mean, unless you're trying to work on like, you know, trying to figure out if it's faster, trying to figure out if it's doomed faster or something, I don't see how you're supposed to like improve upon what you did, right? So if that makes any sense. I don't know. We're like kind of looking for like big impact, like big changes that'll probably like impact the most situations. Like this, for example, where we got ganked, right? Or before we got hit by the bubble, right? I think those are kind of more what's it called? Bigger impacts, not the word I'm looking for. More consistent ideas, right?
Okay.
So that's kind of like what we're looking for here. Like, oh my god, let's take a look at this. It feels bad, dude. What happened here?
Yeah, it's just that the moment they stepped up, we were just doomed. Kind of. I kind of pinged them back because okay, can you go back a little bit? Sure. So like right here, I thought it was okay to fight because even if Twitch is here, we just 2v3. I think it looks pretty reasonable to me that we just 2v3. He had everything, and but then this point, he went for a bad trade, so I just didn't want to trade here. That's why I backed off. Yeah, right here, I didn't want to trade because if Twitch comes, we're just doomed.
Right here, in this point, at this moment.
Yeah.
You didn't want to trade, right?
I don't want to trade because if Twitch comes, we're kind of doomed.
Right. So what did you do here?
I wanted to ping him back, but I forgot what I did.
You just traded with them though.
Yeah, true.
So like, if you walk up and you hit Saber, what message does that tell you support?
That I want to trade.
Right, so it's kind of like you say you don't want to trade, which is totally right. I'm like, yo, you know, their jungle's bot side, your jungle's top side. We would probably not want to trade here, right? Because they're gonna gank. But then when you actually go to trade, maybe there's some kind of like maybe there's some kind of disconnect between what you say you should do, and then what actually happened, right? Because what actually happened was we walked up to him. If we this is why first person is really important, because if you look at the mouse clicks, what is your mouse telling us here?
That I wanted to trade with him.
Yeah, for whatever reason, maybe it's like maybe it was like instinct, maybe it was like a habit or whatever, but for some reason you wanted to hit this guy, right?
Maybe it was just because I wanted to Q auto him, but I didn't actually want to get a prolonged trade.
Yeah, but if you Q auto him, what are they gonna do? Well, what can they do? What can they do?
He's gonna auto me back.
Yeah, it's gonna hit you back, so it always turns into a trade, right? If they can hit back, it's always gonna be a trade, right? So he legit just hit backs, and then you're like, you lost Guardian, and then you lost some resources.
I autoed Q'd him, and then I immediately clicked back. Because I knew I didn't want to go for a prolonged trade, so I shouldn't really just go for that trade at all.
Right, you shouldn't try to hit him at all, right? Because now we're missing resources here, right? Okay, so it's like, oh, we can't turn because no W. Target used all his mana. We have no Guardian, right? So it's like it was like an idea of maybe what you wanted is totally right. So how can we make sure the thing you do in game matches what you say, right? And I think that's kind of going to be a key point if we see this a lot, right? Because you said you didn't want to trade, but then what you did was we trade really quick and you tried to leave, but then your support went in, right? So now things are getting really strange, and then and then it goes to shit because you knew you didn't want to trade, but now we got forced into this somehow, right? And it was it all happened because what you actually wanted, you want to stick to it as close as possible to make sure that kind of things don't go wrong. Like, let's say you don't want to trade, but she walks up like a dumbass, and then you trade because she's walking up like a dumbass, and you get ganked. That's common, right? It's like, oh, I don't want this, and then they're doing something that seems stupid, and you fight anyways, and then you get baited, right? That's a common trick, right? When you're baiting for your jungler. So that's kind of like a key point we're seeing here.
Okay.
Even you can say like, hey, maybe we didn't want to trade, but maybe we can hit and run like this, right? And then our target's doing something super stupid. What should you do?
Just leave him or ping.
Yeah. You can't turn around for him, right? Don't turn around to continue this, right? Because of course they're gonna try and keep fighting. So, very much like keeping what you want, in keeping what you think is good in lines with what you actually do is gonna prevent stuff like this, right? Because if there are like main reasons why you guys are currently not in a good spot, why is it? I guess. Like, what have all the problems in this game have come from?
Come from the disconnect between what I want to do and what actually happened.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it, right? And there's always
same thing with the Nami bubble, right?
Yeah, the Nami bubble, right? You need to dodge it, and you also know that you want to turn on Twitch, but then something happened and we were so focused on Twitch that we didn't dodge the bubble, right? Oh, this is interesting mid round. That was a good escape from you. And it seems like problems kind of happen when the enemy jungler shows up, right? Maybe it's like Twitch. Maybe it's just like Twitch is being super obnoxious or something. So, but definitely one of the things that can go wrong in lane. One of the worst things that can go wrong in lane, right, is something to do with the enemy jungler. Keep going here. Let's keep going here.
Now we just get permanently pushed in because Saber gets a BF sword.
Feels bad, man. But it's not. We're not in a bad spot. We're not in that bad of a spot, to be honest. Could be a lot worse, right? Could be a lot worse. Here we go. 4v3. Let's go, baby. Oh, you can ulti that, right? Oh my. Okay, nice. Good stuff.
This turns.
So what do you think?
Okay.
Already watching this. I think I already know. What do you think?
I think wait.
There are a few things here we can kind of
few
go
things.
over.
First thing is that I definitely ulted to the wrong spot. I should have ulted to downwards to get the Eric stun and put myself in a better position.
What's the idea behind ulting? When do we do it?
I just wanted to get the Saber too. That's the idea.
You
Because
wanted to.
because looking at this, I thought, okay, they're all dead. So let me just ult a little bit more closer to the turret, so Saber won't escape either. That's like an instinct thing.
Okay, well, what do we use ulti for? As what's good value out of ulti for Kai'Sa? When you ulti, what do you want out of it?
Gap close or
Right, gap close.
Or in this case, I can hit the Taric stun for him. That's one of the.
You could, but what do you think about the consistency of that play?
Well, I think this play was one of the things was just that I did not expect a TP from Fiora, so I reacted like 2 seconds too late. If I knew Fiora was gonna TP, I would have just picked off Twitch and then just leave. But then I thought, okay, they're probably all dead, so let me just ult in real quick.
Well, what's like common good uses of ulti?
Common good uses of ulti: escape, gap close.
Escape. You could gap close from a super far away. Anything else? Is that it?
For the shield, you want to block something.
Okay, yeah, for the shield is good, right? What if it's like offensively, like we're doing here?
Offensively.
So you said gap close is one of them. What else?
I mean, what else can you really do?
Well, like that's true. Yeah, that's actually true, right? Some form of gap close, right? We're dodging an ability. Yeah. So in this case, what are we using it for?
Gap close.
So when we say gap close, what does that mean? We want to get in range to hit them, right?
Yeah.
So if you can, what's going on here in terms of that idea? You see what I'm getting at?
So I don't actually need to use my ult to hit them.
Yeah, so they're like already in range, right? This is a common Kai'Sa mistake, especially at this rank, is that if you use it and you get kind of no value out of it, you might have a problem, right? Like what if the Fiora TP's in and you still have ulti? Right? Do you think the fight could go differently? Or let's say Nami's trying to bubble you and you still have ulti. It would be infinitely easier, right? Or let's say this Saber is just trying to run straight up. Like you're hitting her and she's feared and then she flashes out. What are you gonna do? This is the classic.
Just follow up.
Yeah, follow with ulti, right? Perfect. Like you said, gap close. So if you're looking for gap close, Kai'Sa ulti is usually not really used for gap close, right? When you're using it to go long distances, you're like insta killing someone essentially when you get there, right? Hopefully at least, right? But if you ulti and then you're not really getting anything out of it, there's usually going to be a problem, right? Like here, right? And then what else? What else happened here? Like there's another thing here that we probably have to talk about.
That we got caught by Nami bubble once again.
How did that happen?
That happened because I was too tunneled on everything else.
Yes, you're too tunneled on everything else. What do you have to worry about here? What do you need to do here to successfully win this fight? Sorry, I should rephrase that. How do you do damage here as Kai'Sa?
Just auto them.
Perfect, right? How much concentration do you need for that?
Like the minimal.
Yeah, the less the better, honestly. If you're Diamond 3, you can do this. I promise you. Anyone who's Diamond and above, we can do this shit in our sleep, right? We spend so much time playing this game that we can just, Q auto attack W, whatever, and then, it's going to be the same every game, right? It's going to be the same attack pattern, right? So when you're going for this, the thing you have to watch out for is going to be the same, right? Whatever the CC is, maybe Nami Bubble, maybe Blitzcrank Hook, maybe Thresh Pike, whatever. Lux, Lux is common, right? So, what's the correct move here? Or if you take this as a whole, how do we help follow up on this?
E in to get in range, and then start autoing them. When Fiora comes, we kite them out with ulti.
Well, what's more important before Fiora?
What's the more important part before Fiora?
The one we just talked about.
Nami.
Okay, yeah, we have to make sure we don't get hit, right? No matter what. Yeah. And then when Fiora comes, we can play it by ear, right? Maybe we have to leave, maybe we can keep going, but it depends on the instant she TPs, right? So that's kind of the idea here is, there's something going wrong in lane, to be honest, right? Which is why this game is going really poorly somehow Twitch is getting a lead, somehow Saber is getting a lead, and now their top laner has a lead, right? So it's like, oh, this is really awkward, right? And you know, it kind of all started with bot lane essentially, right? All the action kind of started down here. So it's kind of we're seeing a lot of PvP ideas, I think, in terms of mechanical ideas and I guess kind of prioritizing ideas. Oh, this is a feels bad. We can talk about this too, but what do you think?
So what happened there?
You just died.
Yeah. That is a. Can I look at this again?
Yeah, sure.
I saw I used my E pretty much for no reason, right?
Well, what were you trying to do?
I was trying to clear the wave. So there.
Okay.
So we pretty much have no vision here, but we have pretty good vision bottom. But I mean, not pretty good, but at least I can see things in the bush. I thought, okay, after we push the wave, Terra comes up, we just look for some vision on Herald. So it makes our team's life a little bit easier.
So what's the main problem then? We know what you wanted. You wanted to push mid. We ended up dying to Echo. What was the problem behind this idea?
I didn't really expect Echo from over the wall. That's really about it, right? If I knew he was over the wall, I wouldn't have used my E. I wouldn't have done any of this.
Well, I mean, why? Where else would Echo be? You know?
Right. I actually I kind of knew he was hovering around, but I just didn't think he would be fast enough to kill me. To be honest.
Well, let's say you're pushing the wave, right?
Yeah.
And he shows up and he hits you once. What happens to your Rift Herald control here?
What do you mean by hits me once?
Okay, let's say he just does the 3-hit trade on you. He doesn't even go for the kill. What are you're gonna try and hit him back, and then he's gonna eventually escape because you have no ulti, right? So what's the problem here?
Yeah, I need it back, and then they get free mid priority.
Well, so what you're trying to do was push mid, and then you just tried to push mid, and you ended up just dying. So how do we fix this?
Well, next time, if just don't push mid without good vision, because we don't know.
Well, what do you think? Can you push mid and then get away from Echo? It's like a question of, you said if you didn't use your E stupidly because you didn't know where Echo was and he was like coming over the wall or something, then maybe we could have been fine, right?
Well, he didn't use flash. If he had, I don't know if he had flash. If he had flash, I would have just died anyway.
Okay, that's true, right? But so then what's the habit here? How do we make sure that this doesn't happen in the next game, right? So the trigger is you wanted to push mid, which is very common, right? Of course, we would love to push waves. What's a habit you could insert here to help you make sure you don't die while you're trying to push waves?
Could have waited for the Tarek to come first because I was paying him to come.
How do you know if you need Tarek?
Because I need 10. I mean, Echo just kills me, so I need Tarek to kind of protect me here.
Well, how do you know who the threats are here? I think we're the kind of question is like, how do you know you're in danger if you push?
The high mobility, high damage champions like Fiora and Echo. If it's like Saber or something, then probably not gonna, and don't have to be that scared of it.
Okay, right. So depends on who could be here, right?
Right.
So what kind of so the check you could do before you push a wave is something like this, and you say who could be stopping me, right? So you're like, oh, if it's Saber, I don't really care, or Nami, I don't really care. Or it's like Echo, or you said Fiora, or maybe even Twitch, right? Maybe you need Tarek then, right? So you see how this works, where it's like, how do you know if you need Tarek? You don't necessarily need him, right? Sometimes you can do it by yourself. So how would you ever know? Is you kind of need to check to see who could be here, who could try and stop you, and then you can push or not push, right? So I mean, you said Echo could stop you. Echo's mid lane. He's gonna stop you, right? So it's kind of clear cut in this case, where all you have to do is kind of do this check before you go push. Right? That's gonna prevent you from just randomly dying when you're trying to push, which is happens to me a lot, right? So I have to do the exact same habit. Like this is the same thing here, right? If you go push, what's gonna happen?
Don't have vision, so probably not very safe.
All right. So what's about to happen, or what could happen? I guess.
What could happen? Echo just runs me down again because he's fast.
And who else?
Twitch could also run me down because I don't know where he is.
All right. So you guys ready for this?
No, absolutely.
So perfect. So that's what you need to do is, do what you just did before you walk up to the minion. That's it. Right? And then if you say they can't stop me, just go for it, right? If they can stop you, then don't go for it. Right? That's basically that in a nutshell. So and it's important to note that, if you kind of aren't ready for this but you don't die, you can still lose something at the higher ranks. So I think we're getting a little bit to the area where this might be more important. Like, let's say they chunk you out for half your health and it takes Tark a while to heal you up. They can go start Rift Herald, for example, right? They're looking for some kind of advantage. They don't necessarily have to kill you. This is kind of the thing you want to look for, all right? Is before you go push, make sure you do these checks, right? Otherwise, you're gonna have a problem. So, oh wow, you killed Twitch. Wow, nice. Okay, cool. Oh, what's going on here? What the hell? Hello?
No
I think you wanted Rift Herald, but it's gone now, right?
Yeah,
It was bad, man.
Yeah, I wanted to Rift Herald, but then we're just looking for mid now.
Fine. Oh, you guys are sieging, so this is a Monka S. Okay. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna go poorly. 9 times out of 10, sieges go wrong, right?
Well, we don't really have, our siege is not very strong, so
yes.
Process time said all I really want is just chill, and so he can carry. And alright, pretty sure we just lose Baron for this one.
Yeah, because Lulu and Hecarim are running into the jungle, and then they get caught, right? Trying to check the Baron.
We have a funnel, Lulu, Hecarim funnel mid lane this game. Never seen this before.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, huh? What do you think happened? How did this all happen?
Well,
you need something you can control.
Could have not taken damage from Twitch because I knew they were coming. They just ran into the jungle. The next thing they probably would do is either wait in the jungle or do Baron. Right?
Well, I mean, this whole Baron where your team got caught, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you have influenced that? What do you think? Back it up.
I don't really think I could influence that if they just.
Okay, this is something I want you to kind of take a look at because this is also going to be important at your level of gameplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to check this section out here. So why do we care about what just happened?
Because you wasted a Terror Cult.
Okay, and what's gonna be the fallout because of that?
We lose control of mid.
I agree, right? We lose control of mid. And what happens if you lose control of mid?
We lose vision around Baron.
Alright, so what happened in the end? Team got caught because they're trying to stop Baron. Here, how much health do you have? Right?
All originated from the siege.
Exactly. This is why it's important to kind of look at this idea is because this is like the consistent stuff we can change, right? What happens in solo queue? How many times do teams siege in solo queue like this?
Like 99% of the time.
Every fucking game, right? So how can we kind of make sure we don't lose something while doing it, right? When do we do it? When do we not do it, right? Usually we don't do it because you're just going to lose. Let's say, for example, you guys didn't siege and you guys just warded Baron. Okay, what does the game look like now?
We have full control of Baron. And we can catch them in the jungle.
Yeah, they got a face check, right? Yeah, you're the ones catching them in the jungle now, right? You see how this works? So definitely something you can kind of influence, I think, right? Is just prevent any kind of crazy siege like this in the mid game. That's gonna help a lot, right? You can say something like, I guess a good habit here would be like when you're about to siege, pushing is good, right? So the pushing was totally fine. The siege was like, what are you trying to get out of the siege? I think is a good way to put it, right? So, and what you're trying to get is never really the tower, because that's not really consistent, right?
Okay.
What are you trying to get out of the siege? So if you can't really get something out of the siege, then we should do
Then we
something
just
else, right?
look for a Baron version. Okay.
Yeah, Baron Vision. That's pretty cookie cutter, easy cookie cutter strat because they're just gonna face check, right? See, this is the reason why this doesn't work is because even though you might be able to debate, what is your target doing?
Hold on, your end is kind of lagging.
Oh,
Okay.
I pause here.
It's good. Okay. So Tarek is hitting the tower.
Okay, he can't really get away, right? What is Hecarim and Aatrox doing?
Hecarim and Aatrox, they're away.
Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on here, right? So that's why the siege, it has to be coordinated if you guys are trying to do something. How easy is it for them to just hit the closest guy? What do you think?
I mean, I can't really hit the closest guy because the closest height is kind of hitting me, and
I mean, how easy is it for them to hit the closest guy?
Pretty easy because we're under that tower.
Yeah, it's pretty brainless, right? So that's definitely the dangers of sieging randomly. Okay, we don't want to siege unless you have a good reason to do so. I think it's gonna help a lot because it's kind of like it feels like you have no control over the game so far, right? But it kind of in reality, some kind of fights and or ganking ideas could have helped save lane. And in mid game, somehow we lost control of mid to dying to Echo because they're trying to push too fast, and then we try to siege mid, so we lost control over Baron, right? So kind of the things you do can add up into losing control in a big way, like Baron, and then people chain dying, right? Holy shit! Team died at Baron, and then your team died here again, right? So kind of things are snowballing out of control really fast. So wow, this funnel did not work, huh? That's a what face. Okay, let's watch this because this is a team fight we can take a look at. Oh my lord, this Twitch got polymorphed insta. Sure, very nice. I'm gonna kite this one out. You still disadvantage. Oh, maybe not. Here comes Aatrox. Oh my.
All right.
And we get the Nami too.
Yeah.
Very nice. Don't that echo though. Oh, okay, good.
That flash was accidental.
The flash was accidental.
Yeah.
The flash.
Well, I mean, I wanted to flash downward, but
oh no, you flashed in place. I didn't even see that. Oh god. Well, I think. What do you think overall though?
Except for this place, I definitely should have died here. He just missed his Q. I played that very badly. But that team fight was I mean, I think it went okay.
Yeah, are there any major changes to a gameplay you want to make? I'll probably say not really, right? This is pretty good, right?
Yeah, except for that last bit part. Where
overall it's pretty good. It's always like, what kind of habits do you wanna add, right? Oh, there's no way you die here, right? Just kill this guy. Okay, good. Woo, very nice. Yeah, I think it's totally fine, right? There weren't any super big ideas except for somehow you panic flashed. I'm not sure. I don't think that's gonna happen very often, right? So unless you panic flash a lot.
It's just that it's not really a panic flash. It's just that I clicked. I was trying to attack move, and then I attacked move when I was clicking on the person instead of it when the cursor was away. So it's like kind of like a mistake. But
yeah. No, don't worry about that. That doesn't happen that often, right? Hopefully. Oh, this is an easy turn. Oh, I don't know about that ulti. Okay, S. Wow, you actually got away with it. Hold up, back it up. Oh, okay, Twitch is dead. Never mind, this is fine. I thought Twitch was gonna kill you. I was like, holy shit. You're just ulting straight in there. That's fine, right? That's like for example, this is a good usage of ulti from what we talked about, right? We're gonna instantly kill someone when we ulti in, right? That's really good. All right, fast forward. You guys get the Baron. Oh, hold up. What? Why didn't you guys Baron?
Well, that this is just honestly, I thought it was a mistake as well. This is definitely not what we should have done, because
no, you guys had the comeback. Where's your Baron? What the hell? Please tell me you get it. Okay, you're just joking. You still got it. Okay, good. Oh, you didn't get it, did you? You all died for it. Oh,
Oh,
oh no. This is not good.
oh, I see what happened there.
Okay, what do you?
I remember the sequence of event wrong. It was before, so it was before that we didn't get Baron because Twitch was up,
Right.
or
So
was it?
let's
So that
talk
was
about this
last fight.
section here.
This fight was we delayed the Baron, so we all died. Okay,
Right, right.
I remember I remember the sequence wrong. Sorry,
So what was the problem here?
we didn't go Baron immediately after killing Twitch.
Yeah, or you did after you killed Twitch, right?
Didn't we get the tower first?
Right, you're pinging
Oh,
for it, but what is your team doing?
well, they wanted to get the tower.
No. What is your team doing here? They're not trying to get the
Chasing.
tower. Yeah, they're trying to kill this Nami, right? So
Yeah.
kind of what's the problem here? What do you think?
The problem here is just the disconnect between the ideas. I mean, I couldn't have. I think we shouldn't have went for this Baron after it was already delayed because that just
Okay, yeah, you could say that. You could totally say it's too late. Let's cut our losses, right?
But
What else? Let me throw you an idea here. Sieging is pretty useless in solo queue. Why is that?
we should have went for Baron before this even happened, right?
Right? Why is that?
Because Twitch isn't gonna in 100% of the time.
Yeah, he's gonna run it down, right? How's he steal it? He has to flash over or blast cone. So how do you guys stop this? Oh, we just do Baron, wait for Hecarim, and then we just kill Twitch when he tries to steal it, right? So it's control, okay? Control over Baron. Okay, so if there's like one main thing that isn't even a habit, just like something good to know, don't worry about any of this shit, all right? Just control the objective, and you're gonna have much greater success that way. Because it seems like every time you guys try and do something here and it's not free, you guys are getting punished, right?
Right.
So, or you could say cut your losses, don't do the Baron, because they're all spawning and they're not gonna stop you. That's another way to put it too, right? Kind of combination of ideas here. So I think a lot of problems you're seeing here is decision making. I think mechanically speaking, you're pretty much totally fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very much all like decision making ideas. So definitely let's see if we can see similar patterns in this game too. Is it just these two games today?
No, I have one more game, but
Okay.
it's uploading. Oh yeah, it's finished uploading. Yeah.
You want to see this one or that one? What do you think is more important?
This one, I think.
Take a look.
I think this one's a little bit better. But that one is kind of just ARAM game.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. So last game, there are ideas of yeah. What were the lane ideas we went over last game? What do you remember?
Lane ideas. When we pretty much just in general when we want to do something, but we're not actually doing it. So when we engage, we look for their key abilities and
Right.
focus on their key abilities.
Well, even when they engage, right? Just anytime there's a fight, right? We need to prioritize it instead of doing damage, because you can already do damage. You should be okay on that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then was that the only idea in lane? That was pretty much the only idea in lane, I think, right?
Yeah.
And it was Kai'Sa specific as well. We shouldn't ulti in, right? Just walk up.
Value.
Yeah, take it slow. All right. You need when you ulti in, it's like one shot them or gap close, because you can't gap close any other way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so that was like Kai'Sa specific. Okay, let's take a look at this. Wow. Sure. He has heal, doesn't he? Oh, maybe not. Very nice. Sure. Let's keep going. Good follow up. Let's keep going. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is counter gank, right? If you guys aren't careful. Oh, that's awkward. That's not happening. Leon is just sitting there. That's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why Rek'Sai is pinging.
I thought she didn't come back in lane yet. It was a judgment mistake. I thought she was like, okay, I thought she was on her way in lane, but then she's like, oh, okay, I'm already here.
Your
But
Rek'Sai's
then I
inting.
don't know why. I don't know why that was really. I don't think I could have followed that up. So,
This is not good. This is not good. So
I
sure,
was
we
just
just push and go
getting.
home. This jungler is not happy at your support. Seems good. Okay, sure, you guys are pushing. Or maybe not necessarily pushing, but we're slow pushing at least. Vi is mid, right? So it's 2v2. Keep going. I just want to see some PvP stuff. I think pretty much everything to do a last game ended up being like some kind of decision making mid game and or PvP ideas where you're fighting. Oh boy. What's about to happen here? What do you think?
Well, we're getting kind of collapsed on because there's. Wait, I can't really see how many people on the map because it's the screen sharing lowers the quality. So
Oh no. Okay, let me see if I can try and.
I can't really see anything right now in this
Oh
game.
god. How about this? Is this better? I hope it's better. No?
It's not better, but I can kind of see.
Feels bad.
I can see I can kind of see what's going on, but I just can't see how many people are on the map.
Okay, you're just trying to stop the dragon.
Yeah.
Trying to stall for your Rek'Sai. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, well, you guys win this now because their ADC is no ulti. Sure. Free kill. Okay. Rek'Sai is trying to steal blue. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
So
3v3, right?
in situations like this, I kind of wanted to push in the wave and then look for any form of invade. But then, should I really be following them up or
Yeah,
just
yeah. Let's take a look, right? Spike it up.
because my idea is to push the wave and then look for any potential invade in their blue. But then my team's idea is look for the invade and then push the wave, right? And then do whatever we want. So in this case, I don't really think the idea is correct. Should I be following them up or
Yeah, what do you think here?
do my own thing?
So there's a fight currently going on, right? And you would ideally like to push. So what are your options here? You can push and then try and help, or you can try and help and ignore the wave. What do you think you should do? And why?
I think I probably should have pushed and pinged them back because do they have a numbers advantage here? I think they do because everyone just respawned. Everyone just came back. Yeah, it's 4 on the enemy team, but it's 3 from us, and I'm still on my way.
Well, Leona's on the way, right? So she's still dead. Or sorry, she's like 10 seconds out, 20 seconds out.
Oh, okay. So but Diana's also Diana's not there. I don't think we should have fought here at all.
I agree, right? You shouldn't fight, right? But if your team is running here, and what should you be doing?
What should I be doing? I mean, obviously, my judgment right here was just like, okay, I should be helping them. But
right, we should help, right? We should help them try and get out instead of pushing, right? But what kind of why like what's so the idea is like we're looking for something like that's gonna be good consistently, right? So why does this work consistently? What do you think?
Why did this work consistently? Because
you say in a way that pushing this wave in is consistent because you're always gonna get those minions. Also, going to try and help your team get out is consistent.
Well, I mean, I have a root, so it's pretty good for helping them to get out. So it's I think if I come here, it's at least gonna make the fight better. If they actually try to fight, we can get at least one out. That's my original idea, but I think what would have been better is just they both back off and I push the wave.
Right. So yeah, it's like very much what you think is great, right? Is like, oh, if you think you can come to help them get out because they're gonna chase and you have even numbers until Leona gets here, we can totally come help, right? But if you think it's super doomed, you should push. So really, it's up to what you think. I think that this is totally fine. I I would have done the same thing, right? We should go help, and then we need to get them to leave because Leona's coming back, right? And even though the wave's in a super feels bad spot, this what's gonna have more impact on the game, right? This crazy invade that's going on, or you pushing the lane, right? So if you think you pushing the lane is gonna be more important, go for it. If you think that you need to stop there, you need to help your team get out or help your team do blue, you should go for that too, right? So really depends on what you think. And for me, I've seen enough of these scenarios where you should always go help the fight, right? Because that's like kind of your chance to change the game, if that makes any sense, right? So that's just what I think, though. So fast forward. I think what you did is totally fine. No need to. I don't think you have to change the way you play at all in those cases. I think like when you're like when you're like kind of concerned about should I have helped, should I have not helped, right? In the greater scheme of things, what you did there will be fine for most of your games, right? Fine, if not good. But what about the times where we're pushing mid or sieging tower? I think that's like the stuff we want to focus on. So I think it's totally fine. You just need to prioritize. Like you could have made things. You could like kind of what's it called? Min-maxed it so it's like perfect. But I don't think we just need something good in the first place. And I think you're already doing really well when it comes to helping your teammates, right? And you're like, oh, if it's not doomed, I'm gonna help. Is the idea, right? And I think you're doing a good job on that. So
okay.
Keep going. I just want to see some mid-game slash fights. Oh, this feels bad. Is this the same thing we saw last game? Why or why not?
Right here, I just didn't. Well, I saw Vi up there, right, doing her grunt. But I mean, I just didn't expect her to be here so quickly. And it was just, I think it's just like I just never thought that she would be here so quickly. If I did, I definitely shouldn't. I wouldn't have walked up to her Varus's ulti range.
Does that sound like something you said in the last replay? What does it sound like?
Well, wait. I feel like last replay I knew that they were coming, but I just played that badly. But this time,
Wait, you said you didn't expect
I expected,
right?
Yeah, okay. So what was going on in my mind here probably was I wanted to push the wave because I saw Vi on the ward. I wanted to just push the wave and then back off.
Otherwise, I'm gonna push the wave and back off. So what'd you do here?
But instead I try to hit the E on the Varus.
Yeah. See, this like you're the thing you want to do versus you start getting distracted from what you wanted to do, and then you start doing something else, right? Like if you really wanted to Omega push this wave, how do you do it?
Just Q, W, E, and then back.
Yeah, run like hell, right? Like you would use W here if that's your only goal. But then you like tried to fight this guy too, right? And then Vi also showed up.
Right.
Okay, so you see how this is kind of becoming a common theme as well, is the thing you want to explicitly stick to what you think is good. Because if you get distracted, something is definitely going to go wrong, right? Let's say you want to push the wave, Varus starts fighting you, and you fight back. That's not what you wanted in the first place, right? So if you didn't plan for it, he has some kind of trap set up, right? This could also go back to you want to push a wave, and you should check for the people who can come stop you, right? You could say it's a similar idea here, because Vi is definitely coming to stop you, right? How fast can you push this in versus she's coming bot, right? Definitely a similar idea here. So feels bad, man. She even has ulti, right? So she didn't even use ulti.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even close. So it's kind of like a check before you push, like every time. Doesn't matter if it's in lane or in mid game. This is kind of like a good habit you could work on to make sure you say you're like randomly dying. I think part of it is just coming from this like this mistake. So it's like easily fixable once you like get the habit back, right? You want to push the wave, right? You check who can come stop you, and then push it or don't push it based off that info, right? You're gonna get dove here, by the way. You're not careful. Whew. Pretty sure you're getting dove here, right? Oh, this feels bad. Like, how do we know you're getting dove here?
Well, I'm alone on the turret, and Rakan's not here.
Yeah, so can you defend this by yourself? Probably not, right? And if you lose a bunch of health and your ulti, you know what's gonna happen. What do you think?
I shouldn't have taken that trade. I should have just focused on clearing the minions.
Right.
Actually, I think it would have been fine if I didn't walk into melee range to Leona. If she
Right.
if she had to E onto me to dive me, I don't think that was really gonna happen. But I walked into melee range on to Leona. If I just backed off here a little bit, I don't think this trade would have been bad at all.
Right. What were you trying to do? Check it out.
I was actually just trying to get a few autos on Leona. Because
Right. And you're trying to like eat her or something, right? So
oh yeah.
what's the what did you actually want to do?
I actually just wanted to get a few autos on Leona, but then I was kind of tunneled on rerouting her, but and forgot the possibility that she just kills me. There's follows up with a bunch of abilities.
Well, what should you do here in this example? Like, what's your game plan? What's like the smart game plan?
Use my abilities on the wave so they don't get much plating while my recon roams.
Perfect, right? That's exactly what I'm thinking, right? So what happens if you deviate from this and it goes wrong, right? This is kind of the common story we're seeing here is what the outcome that you want, and you kind of know how to get it, right? But then somehow we're not getting that outcome because something happens in game and then we react to it and then it's different than what we expected, right? So maybe kind of sticking to what you know you want exactly and don't deviate from that, right? Kind of figuring out what you want and then say, hey, no matter what, I need to make this happen, right? And that could help a lot, right? Is coming up with your game plan and trying to not change it while you're playing. Like keep a firm idea of what you're trying to do at all times in your head, right? And that could help a lot in terms of a bunch of random stuff is happening here. This is could be pretty bad. This ain't it, Chief. Right?
I think it went fine, but
good. Good thing nothing bad happened. Sure. Goes bad. We're getting poked out. Okay, that's to be expected, right? It's poke Varus, so fast forward. Are we ready for this? We should be okay, right? I think you're ready for this, right? If you siege, you have a way to escape. You have ulti, you have flash. As long as you are ready. Oh, are we ready?
I stay there to have
to
have the recon E me, but it looks like.
So what do you think after our discussion today? What do you think, huh?
The common theme, the most common theme is just I want to do something, but I didn't actually do it.
Okay. What about this tower thing though? Let's talk about this because this is gonna stick with you forever.
That if don't go for the siege if we're not ready for it, but I feel like we kind of are because
you thought you were. So what happened?
We overextended for the tower.
I mean, you like ulti the Vi ult, you flash the Vi Q, right? So how'd you possibly lose this?
Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of is that we overextended from the fight.
So like, what makes it an overextension? Like, when people say overextension, like, why is it too far deep? Why are you too far deep?
Because their team is already here, and we're in Varus's ult range.
Right, some kind of like maybe you could say main advantage, right? They're gonna run you down, anything like that. So when you approach the tower, how many things do you need to check for to make sure this is a good idea?
If they can stop us, or if they can kill us and run us down.
Yeah, if they can stop you, right? And now you know that on average, can they stop you?
Yeah.
They can pretty much always stop you, right? Like, look at this. Like, even if you're playing well, like, oh, you ulti the Vi ult. What happened to your Rakan? He got one shot, right? And Darius is legit ghosting from top lane and fucking flash hooked, right? Look at this. He's literally over here and he caught up to you. Isn't that insane? Don't you think that's like a little crazy? Yeah. When in doubt, just be careful about sieging.
I think this was just. I think hitting the tower was just a mistake. Even if
Yeah.
if we
Yeah.
did have a way to do to counter it, because because we had literally no vision of the whole map around us, so we should have just went for vision first, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. I
that
want
was
you
kind
to.
of that was kind of a mistake in the idea,
Right,
more
right,
so,
right.
more
Don't
so
push. Yeah, don't siege tower. Right, that's pretty much the golden standard. The default is actually don't siege tower. Right, the default is what? What you said is get wards up. Ward the objective, get vision. That's like the default you should do after you push. Right, so it was like an easy mid game fix. It's just don't siege your tower. Right, you want to set up vision, get a good fight, and then you take towers when they all die. Right, so this is a hard chase. I don't know about this one. Fast forward. Okay, maybe you think you can do dragon. Oh, okay, very spaced. We're good to go. Fast forward, push mid. Oh, wow, someone's trolling. Nice. Very nice. Now we Baron, right? Or we control Baron, I should say. Good.
Yeah, because I think they can still fight us. They're
Yeah,
not
look at this.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
this. This is what you want. This is what you want, okay? See, okay, so just do this after you get mid control, all right? Don't like siege tower or anything crazy, because you'll always, I promise you, you'll always find a better outcome or a better opportunity doing this in solo queue. Okay? So yeah, don't siege tower. I think is like a
Well, honestly, I
thing
think
to help you.
I think I wanted to recon. Okay, so there was kind of a. Okay, I wanted to recon to zone, but then they just kind of killed the Vi over the wall. But but then okay, so my idea was to turn. I didn't really want to rush the Baron, but instead I wanted to turn.
Okay,
But,
okay.
but then it went badly. That's how I was pinging. Okay, turn please.
So how do you turn?
Well, okay, I didn't really want to turn in this kind of choke point, kind of. My original idea was to zone them off with Rakan on the side, on the side. So I didn't really expect to fight all the way over here, but which on hindsight it was probably we probably only could have fought here because Vi has so many gap close to get over the wall.
Right, right. So if you guys want to turn, there's a kind of like a specific thing to do it with, right? With like a specific ability. Let's say Diana's gonna go in with her QR, or Rakan's gonna ulti, or this guy's gonna go over the wall, right? So if you're afraid of Vi stealing, what do you guys, how do you stop this?
Well, we have to burst her down with one of our CCs.
Right, exactly. So let's say the whole thing derails like this. What do you do?
Just fight.
Yeah, just stop doing Baron and just go around, right? I would agree, right? The whole thing derailed. We need to save the fight. You need to save the team fight. So, but then your team killed Vi, so it turned out okay, right? It's just a big mess, honestly. I think you guys can still come up on top, right? Oh my god, you can't even finish it, can you? That's fine, right? It still had a winning outcome. It's just really awkward.
Is there anything that I could have done better?
Yeah, I think in that case, you can type out to your chat, to your team, what you want, right? Like
well, I mean, like, actually, what I meant is, what could we have done better? Is turning really the best idea there? It looks like it's
okay.
not, because Vi kind of just died. If she didn't die, then we had to stop at like 3,000 or something and then just back off because
Right, exactly. So, what's the idea here? Oh, we're gonna try and do it, and then Vi's gonna try and steal. We're gonna kill her when she tries to steal, right? Or the other one is they get too close, and we have some hard engage, which you do not here, right? Unless Diana counts. Apparently, Diana counts. So maybe you do have some hard engage. And then what's the last idea? We burst it down before they can see it, right? But obviously they can see it because it's not worded or anything. So you guys don't have a pink word or anything. So they can definitely see it, right? So that means you just try and debate Vi and kill her, or we're looking for some kind of turn, hard engage, right? So that's about it, right? Is you want to get it low, we need to kill Vi, otherwise we can't risk the Baron steal, right? So yeah, that's basically what's going on here. And then they killed Vi, so I was like, oh, okay, we did it, guys. Good job. So yeah, you guys did fine there. You did fine there. Right, the way you played it was made sense, right? We didn't get to the part where, you know, were you trying to finish it or were you trying to kill Vi? So she ended up dying before that. Oh my god, what in the world? This is crazy. Okay, this is really bad. Goes bad, man. You do not want to stick around, okay? Sure, now we're trying to stop the Baron, okay? This could be really good. Oh, this is really good. This is Akali's trolling.
Oh yeah. This is the fight that we lost. The game. I remember now. I think we should have just picked
Oh
up Akali
no.
and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, I played this one. It's kind of another idea disconnection because I just wanted to kill Akali. We couldn't. I didn't feel like we could have done anything here, but I just wanted to kill Akali and everyone back off. But instead, I flashed for the Akali,
Yeah, yeah.
which
Yeah,
I
it's
could
kind
have
of
actually
awkward.
walked up to him or just give up the kill.
Right, right.
But flashing for her is probably never really the best idea.
Right. And then we got ran down afterwards, right? Oh, feels bad, man. Yeah, so what do you think about this section here? So the idea is we're gonna try and 4v5 stop their Baron, right? We're gonna stall their Baron.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this.
Oh, okay. So Diana got bursted down. We should have just backed off over here, right? Because it was no longer 4v5. So 3v5.
All
We
right,
should
you
have
can
just,
say that.
or after I flashed for Akali, somehow I don't know why I walked up to them. If I walked down, I could have survived. But even if I survived, probably wouldn't have changed too much. But it's just
Check it out here.
yeah.
Let's see.
When I autoed the Akali, I walked backwards. I mean, sorry, I walked into their team after autoing the Akali because I wasn't assessing well enough if we can still fight well. But actually, it's just one of the things is just that I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention to Diana. I didn't know she already died.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Dana kind of just died here.
It looks pretty dumb in the moment, but I mean, sorry, it looks pretty dumb in hindsight for me as well. But in the moment, it was just kind of like, okay, we can fight.
Well, it looks kind of reasonable to try and stop this, right? I think that this is not necessarily a main problem to have. You're like trying to get in, but you're getting zoned by Akali, and you think she still has ulti, so we're scared, right? I think that's reasonable, right? So it's kind of like hard to stop the Baron, essentially. That's definitely feels bad.
Maybe we should have went for the mid tower and try to stall out the Baron without dying.
You could, but I would have thought that you had a good chance 4v5, right? So it's not like, you know, because it didn't work out doesn't mean you shouldn't have done it. It was like maybe there's the way you executed it, or maybe something happened that made it so, you know, next time you know that you can't stop their Baron for whatever reason, right?
Okay.
I think in that case is you probably had a better time trying to walk into the Akali shot and try and kill her that way, but I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Honestly, I don't think you're going to see that situation often. So if there are changes you want to make in those cases, what do you think is good? This fight is actually really good. Holy shit. You guys you just cleared their Baron somehow. Oh my gosh, she's trolling. Oh my gosh, she did so much damage. What? Nice champion, right?
I didn't queue. I wanted to queue. Well, I wanted to queue and then eat, but then I just eat before I queued for some
That's
random
yeah, that's awkward. That's just Zion mechanics, alright? So I'm not too worried about this. This overall this is pretty good.
Yeah, but that was everyone just came out of came out of every direction. I wasn't really keeping track of who was coming out from what direction because everyone was coming out from everywhere. We had minimal vision before we went for that play.
Yeah, that was a little it was a little crazy, but it's a good 5v5 to take, right? They had Baron. You guys want to kill as many people with Baron as possible. Oh, let's watch this. We're dying here if you're not careful. Oh no. Yeah, what do you think?
I think Well, I shouldn't have walked up so much, but I didn't successfully dodge the ultimate from Darius, but I don't think that's that big of a problem because it wouldn't have canceled his ultimate. He would just ulted when I came down.
Wait,
Either way.
you would have canceled his ulti, right?
Does it cancel? I thought it doesn't put the thing on cooldown.
It doesn't put it on cooldown, but what are you gonna do after you ulti?
After he just ultis again.
Well, what are you gonna do after you ulti?
Oh, I can eat him.
You're gonna root him, right?
I still eat him.
It's kind of this is less of I think the idea works too, but this is more of the mechanical idea you wanted didn't match up with what happened, right? So you need to practice to it, or you need to play the champion more or something. It's kind of like a mechanical mistake where you're trying to do a thing like cancel his ulti and then you missed it somehow. So
yeah,
it was bad, dude. Let's see. We watch this fight actually.
looks pretty good actually. But oh wait, were we already like one man down before we started?
Yeah, Kled is dead here, but they're diving, right? So
yeah, it looks like the best fight that we could have taken.
so like what could you do better here?
Probably, I don't think I should have walked up to the Darius in the first place, or walked up so close here. I mean, it might be.
Why can he kind of approach you? What do you think?
He has ghost, so he just runs me down.
Well, how do you stop that?
Just stay away from him.
Well, no, like how do you, if you have do you have anything in your kit that can stop that?
E.
Okay, so what happened to your E?
What happened to E? I used it.
So I want you to take a look at this because this is kind of like a Xayah. This is like a Xayah thing. I think if there's some mechanical ideas you might be having with Kai'Sa and Xayah, or maybe champions in general, where that might be hindering your fighting interactions, your PvP interactions. So how did you use it here?
Oh, I used it to. I mean, actually, I didn't use it to do anything. It looks like I just did use it to do like 10 more damage to Vi.
Well, did you do any more damage to Vi?
No, it's probably not.
Right, we didn't hit her, right? So I think you have a what's it called? I think you can call it like a rushing problem or like not being patient enough. But remember the fight earlier where you're like, when you were playing Kai'Sa and you ulted in onto the Saber and the Twitch, you're like, I just want to kill them fast, right?
Okay.
But kind of using your abilities early is gonna give you the opposite result that you want, right? You're actually not gonna be able to kill them at all, right? So what kind of value do you need out of your root in something like this?
I would need to stop their engage or try to catch them one of their people.
Yeah, you need to like root someone, right? Or maybe if you're going for damage, you need to stack as many feathers as possible, right? That's kind of like what kind of value you want, right? What about your W? What is your W used for?
Majorly try to reposition with the attack speed, and do more damage at the same time.
Right. Where does your damage come from at Xayah?
The feathers.
Okay. What else?
Your auto attack feathers and
okay. Which abilities I should say? Which ability?
W and E.
Yeah, W and E. All right. So what happened to your W?
Happened to my W. I try to kill Vi with my W.
Okay. So what do you think? Was this good? Why or why not?
Oh, well, this is definitely not good.
Why is that?
Because I wasted my W, so I can't reposition when Darius comes on me.
All right. Or why are you using W here is the question. What do you think?
Well, why? I just wanted to kill her.
Okay.
That's really.
Do you see the problem with trying to kill her with W here?
Yeah. So there's
What's the problem?
no value that I get.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, for PvP, for mechanical ideas, I want you to think of like ability value. You want maximum ability value, right? So why is there no value here? Why is there no value with using W here?
I mean, why is there no value with using W here? Because I would have killed him anyway.
Yes, he was already dead. Agreed. Right? You don't have to use anything. So if you look at this, right? If you have no damage, no W and no E, right? How come you couldn't kill this Darius? What do you think?
Because I waste all my abilities.
Yeah, that's it, right? So I think if you're having mid late game problems with team fighting, this is a main thing you want to look at, which is the fun stuff. What I think is the fun stuff, right? PvP interaction. Like save your abilities for maximum value. Like you already know what it looks like. You already know what good value looks like massive E roots, right? Or you press W and you instantly kill a squishy, right? Those are insane value. Or with Kaisa, you're like ulting to kill someone. Now you need to make sure you don't rush your abilities. Excuse me. You don't rush your abilities and make sure you use it when is maximum value, right? So a good habit is like when you get the urge to press your buttons for the abilities, don't do it, right? You can just say, "Hey, is this maximum ability value?" Right?
Mhm.
So here you try and fight him, but you literally have no abilities, right? So it's like, oh, you couldn't kill him, right? So that's kind of like a main problem we're seeing with fighting at least. And then for mid game stuff, what do you think was the number one problem mid game?
Probably with the sieging, right?
Yeah, the sieging. Just stop doing it. Like it's Baron control. All right, that's easy fix. And what else besides sieging? There's one other problem I think that you can easily fix.
Besides hitting the tower.
Yeah. It happened right before. It's like the step before you hit the tower. That makes any that makes any sense.
Vision control. Go for vision control.
How'd you die sometimes?
Well, because I didn't know who could have killed me.
Yes. While you're trying to do what?
Well, I tried to hit the tower.
Before that even. Remember that Kaisa game with the Echo?
Well, the echo ran me down, right? Is that what you're talking about?
What were you trying to do?
Pushing?
Yeah, pushing, right? So the two mid game ideas I think you want to work on is, when you're pushing, check to see how they can stop you, and pretty much don't siege tower unless you have unless it's free, right? I think is a good way to put it. And then for laning, what do you think was the big idea for laning that we saw, or some big ideas we saw for laning?
With the one of the things was when we try to turn on that guy, right?
Okay, yeah, when you're trying to turn the gank, right? What was the main idea there?
I was tunnel instead of focusing on killing the guy, I can focus on dodging the abilities first, the key abilities.
Yeah, so like you say, you can do both, right? It's like, oh, if you know how your champion does damage, just make sure you don't get hit by the bubble or the stun or whatever, right? And then in terms of like helping your team, I guess that was like Kaisa specific, right? And then you look at champion mechanical stuff, like, oh, when do we use ulti on Kaisa, or when do we use W and E on Xayah, right? So I think out of these like few things, what do you think you're gonna work on first?
Probably. I think the main thing is just in laning phase getting what I want. Don't let that. Don't let what I want disconnect from what actually happened.
Yeah, that's a good one you could work on too. Anything else? Oh, actually, first off, how do we do that in game?
Well, just try to stick to our plan.
Yeah, stick to our plan. Yeah. Come up with your plan, stick to it. You can say, when do we make our plan? You can say, oh, before something happens, right? Or when you're in your decision making phase or something like that, right? Stick to your plan. And then what else? What's another good thing to another main idea you think another most important thing you should work on next?
Stop the sieging first.
Okay, yeah, stop the sieging. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just yeah, don't do that. If you do want to siege, remember you have to be prepared for their engage. And even when you think you're prepared for their engage, you're probably not. Like you saw this game, you're like, oh, we're good, we're ready to go. We have flash, heal, ulti, and then you got ran down and died, right? So was that worth a tower? Definitely not, right? I think those are good starting points to look at, right? And if I were you, I would also look at mechanical ideas, right? Ability usage. I would say legit hold on to it as long as possible to get maximum effect. Right? And it's gonna help you a lot. Because if you're let's say you're strong and you have items, but you miss all your abilities, your items don't really mean anything, right? So yeah, I think those are the 3 good starting points you could look at. So I think if you clean things up, things will look really good. But yeah, definitely work on those sections. What do you think?
Yeah. And
Makes sense.
Yep. And also the other things that we talked about are looking for abilities to dodge rather than looking for things to kill.
Right.
That's right. Prioritize. Okay, I think that's a pretty good starting point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are definitely a lot to work on. But if you are finding it hard to keep in your head or like to see like a difference in your gameplay, remember it's like you need to kind of figure out a trigger in game where these mistakes happen and insert the new habit in there. So like for example, if we're struggling with using Kaisa ulti, how do we work on making sure our Kaisa ultis are good? How do we insert a habit?
We can think about what we get out of it and then use it.
Right, and what's the trigger? What makes you use Kaisa ulti by mistake, or not by mistake, but not as good as you wanted it to? What's the trigger in game?
Probably just because I'm it's instinctively using it.
Yeah, yeah, instinctively. Okay, so then you can say when you get the urge to press R, do this habit. Right, perfect. Right, and then once you do this like over and over again, then that'll become your new instinct. Is every time you want to ulti, you'll say, "Oh, is this good?" Or is this good value, or is this what you want out of it, right? So insert these habits on top of what you're already doing. Just like again, like if we want to push mid, right? What's the trigger? We just want to push, and then our new habit is double check to make sure we're not getting engaged on. You do this like 100 times in a row. Your new autopilot or your new habit is just straight up. I want to push. Who's coming for me? Right? You see how that works? It kind of like adding this habit on top of what you're already doing. So you don't want to change anything too drastically. You want to add something that'll help benefit your habits in the long run, and then it'll turn into your new stuff, into your new permanent habit. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say work on one thing in lane, work on one thing in fights, and work on one thing in the mid game. So what we just talked about is good. The whole mechanical ideas in fights, the sieging in the mid game, and sticking to our plan in laning phase. I think it would be really good. Right. So if you can do all that, that would be really insane. So
okay.
If you can't, definitely just stick to one at a time then. So
all right.
Any last questions?
Think I'm good.
Okay, cool. Then good luck in your games. I'll upload this to YouTube so you can go back and rewatch. Okay. Otherwise, let me know how they're going, all right? And if you have like short clips you want to show me, definitely send it my way so we can take a look at it. Yeah?
All right, thank you.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.